Now let's go back to that other nut, the super twist. We can tell it's different right away by the fact that the bar extends through the nut and the end of the threads have pinched ears. How else is it different? It starts with the mixing process. While the other nuts mix and tighten while being turned clockwise, the super twist must be turned counterclockwise while mixing the resin. During mixing, the pinched ears will keep the nut from backing off the threads. Then, once the resin hardens, rotate the nut clockwise to apply the correct torque to the bolt. As with all torque tension bolts, your goal is to minimize the length of the bolt protruding from the roof. With a bit of practice, you'll have all your torque tension installations looking like this. Here again is the family of torque tension products from Genmar, including the dome nut, the shear pin nut, the Genmar TT nut, and Super Twist. Before we go on to the next class of roof support systems, let's talk about torque and why it's important. Torque is defined as a turning or twisting force, and it's the same kind of force that's applied to the wheels of your car by tightening the lug nuts. However, in roof support, it's a bit more complicated. As you probably know, the roof of a mine consists of layers of various kinds of rock or strata. When you remove the seam of coal, the layers of rock immediately above the opening now have nothing to support them. Without some roof support, the roof will eventually fall. Roof bolts supply that support. Roof support experts analyze the strata above the mine and determine where the strongest layer is, so the roof bolts can anchor to it. You work with bolts of the appropriate size, drill holes at the correct depth, insert the bolt, perhaps with resin, and begin to tighten the bolt or apply torque. With the bolt now anchored 6, 8, 10 feet or more above the roof of the mine in strong upper strata, the torquing of the bolt also applies tension to the roof, bringing several weaker layers together into one strong layer, sort of like a beam. This produces what we call a beaming effect, and it's what roof bolting is all about. Apply too little torque, and the bolt is less effective than it should be. Apply a torque greater than the strength of the bolt itself, and the bolt could fail. Be sure to check with your supervisor when determining the correct bolt and torque needed for the area of the mine you're working.